Hello students, welcome back to English Made Easy with me Dipali Rai. This is part 3 of our lesson The Sentence, and today we shall discuss about the interrogative sentence. In our previous classes, we learned there are 4 kinds of sentences. They are assertive or declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. There we have dealt in detail about the assertive sentence, and we also learnt about the transformation of affirmative into negative sentence. So in case students, if you have missed out on our previous lessons, do go through it. I have provided the link in the description box below. Today we shall discuss in detail about the interrogative sentence. So what is an interrogative sentence? Let's understand the meaning of the word interrogate. The word interrogate means to ask question. So a sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. The function of an interrogative sentence is to ask question. Alright, र हामीले लास्ट टाइम डिस्कस गरेको थियौं सेन्टेन्सको स्ट्रक्चर अनि फंक्सन हुन्छ भनेर र इन्टरोगेटिभ सेन्टेन्सको फंक्सन हुन्छ क्वेशन सोध्ने. Alright, it asks question. Further, we must remember an interrogative sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a question mark. We can say that interrogative sentences are of 2 kinds, the WH questions and yes or no questions. Okay, the questions are of 2 types, the WH questions and yes or no questions. For example, what is your name? Where do you live? Who is your best friend? How are you feeling? If you look at these questions, they all ask for information. So we also call them information questions. If you look at these questions, you'll realize that these questions cannot be answered in yes or no. हामीले यो क्वेशन्सहरुलाई yes, no मा आन्सर गर्न सक्दैनौं. Alright? र यस्तो क्वेशन्सहरु सोधिँदाखेरि हामीले yes, no मा आन्सर गर्न सक्दैन. Alright, we have to answer them in a complete sentence. Most of the time it is in the form of an assertive sentence. Alright? Once again, let's go through these questions. What is your name? Where do you live? Who is your best friend? How are you feeling? Look properly, you'll see that all these sentences begin with WH words like what, where, who. Okay, the only exception is how. That also we consider as a WH question word. What, where, who, how, all these are WH questions word. So all the questions beginning with these WH words are called WH questions. WH questions are questions beginning with words like who, which, whom, what, when, where, why, how, etc. So I would like you all to make sentences, that is your interrogative sentences, with the help of these WH question word. Alright? Please do it, and if you have any difficulty regarding the formation of interrogative sentences with these WH question words, please do let me know in the comment box below. Now let's go through the second type of interrogative question, that is your yes or no questions. Alright, these questions are called yes or no questions because they can be answered in yes or no. Yes or no questions begin with auxiliary verbs like your be verb, like am, is, was, and have and do. Alright, be verbs, have and do are auxiliary verbs. यसलाई हामी auxiliary verbs भन्छौं. Right? Be verbs हरु जस्तै am, is, was. अनि have and do जस्ता verb हरु जसलाई हामी auxiliary या helping verb पनि भन्छौं. त्यो लगाएर हामी questions बनाउन सक्छौं. You can also make yes or no questions with the help of modal verbs or modals as we call it. Alright? So let's see what are the modals. So words like can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, and ought are called modal verbs or modal as we know them. Alright, so we use these modals to make yes or no questions. र नानी हो हामीले यी auxiliary verbs र modal verbs लाई use गरेर हामीले yes or no questions बनाउन सक्छौं. Let's see some examples now. So for example, are you listening to me? You could answer this question as yes or no. Was he at home? Again, you could answer this question accordingly, yes or no. If you ask, may I come in? Again, the answer could either be yes or no. Alright, if someone asks you, may I come in? It is up to you to say yes or no. So, if you look at these questions, they all begin with auxiliary or modal verbs, and the answer can be given in yes or no. Alright, so such questions which begin with auxiliary or modal verbs and their answer can be given in either yes or no, such questions are called yes or no questions or simple question. Now let's understand the structure of these questions. First, let us begin with the structure of WH question or information question as we know it. Alright, so the structure of WH or information question is as follows. WH word followed by an auxiliary verb followed by a subject and its complement. Alright, let me repeat it once again. WH word followed by auxiliary verb followed by a subject and its complement. So let's try out this one. Let's take a WH word what followed by an auxiliary verb is followed by a subject your and the complement name. So the question we get is what is your name, which is a WH question. Now let us understand the structure of yes or no or simple question. So the structure is auxiliary verb followed by a subject and its complement. I repeat, auxiliary verb followed by a subject and its complement. So let's work out this one. Let's use the auxiliary verb did, subject you, and the complement do your homework. Alright? So the interrogative sentence that we get here is, did you do your homework? Did you do your homework? Alright? And this you can answer in either yes or no. So my dear students, in today's class we dealt in detail regarding the structural as well as the functional aspect of an interrogative sentence. तर्थ स्ट्रक्चर हेर्यौं भने एउटा interrogative sentence को दुई प्रकार हुन्छ, WH question र simple अथवा yes or no question. र functionally हेर्यौं भने त्यसको काम हेर्यौं भने एउटा interrogative sentence को function अथवा काम हो question सोध्ने. So in today's class we have learned how to construct interrogative sentences with the help of WH words and auxiliary verbs and modals. So for homework, I would like you to make interrogative sentences with the help of WH words, auxiliary verbs and modals. And if you can do it, that's good enough. But if you have any queries or difficulties regarding the construction of interrogative sentences, please let me know in the comment box below. In our next class, we shall discuss in detail the interchange or transformation of interrogative sentence to assertive and vice versa. To know about my upcoming videos, do subscribe to my channel, which is free. The subscription is free, and do hit the notification bell icon nearby so that you may get notification of the new videos that are up for you all. Till then, goodbye and take care.